I'm not quite sure. Maybe you could stay there just for a second. I'm not quite sure what you meant when you said, what's the point? You mean,
Yeah.
could you clarify that a little bit?
Well, if evolution is true, just strict evolution without theistic evolution, it suggests that material creation and life as we know it arose from nothing. And why? If that's true,
Okay.
then there's no reason. And there's no reason for me to exalt myself above you and exist at your expense. There's no morality to which you can appeal.
Yeah. Okay. I get
And
it.
if theistic evolution is true, then if there's a creator of some sorts, and we're the product of that creator, are we as personal beings greater than the creator because we have personhood? And if the creator is a person, what's the point? Are we created to have a relationship with the person creator? Thanks.
Yeah, I think I get it. So it's really two questions. If we're the pardon? All right, I'll see if I can get them all. If the first one was, if we are the result of a purely material process with no divine input at all, what's the point of this? And there, I think you would have to say, well, the only point to it would be something that we manufacture. In other words, we have to decide what the point of our existence is. The theistic evolutionist isn't in that position, because the theistic evolutionist would say, well, according to Scripture and religious tradition, the point of human life is to know, love, and serve God. That's kind of the standard tripartite answer, to know, love, and serve God. And so the fact that our physical bodies have evolved over a long period of time in relationship to other types of life doesn't take anything away from that message. That is, we are still, the point of our lives is still to know, love, and serve God. How we do it is perhaps enhanced by knowing how closely we are related to other life. But the process through which our physical bodies were brought about doesn't seem to me to alter that fundamental religious belief. The origin of our divinity, presumably, would be God, and I'm not quite sure why you said that as a result of that we're somehow, because we have personhood, we're somehow above God. I don't think that follows at all. Maybe I misunderstood what you were saying, but it doesn't seem to me that that follows at all. If we are the creation of God, well, then we are ultimately subservient to God, not superior. So I just fail to see how the description of our physical history has any impact on the fundamental spiritual nature of us from a theistic perspective.
Rebuttal time? Okay. I think you've hit the nail right on the head. There are basically only two philosophies. The humanist philosophy says the world made itself, i.e. Big Bang. The creation philosophy says there's incredible design, there must be a designer. Okay? Creationist worldview. And even people like Sir Arthur Keith, who wrote the foreword for Darwin's book when it was republished on the 100-year anniversary copy, he believes in evolution. He said, the conclusion I have come to is this: the law of Christ is incompatible with the law of evolution. Nay, the two laws are at war with each other. They're polar opposite. They cannot be reconciled. Somebody's wrong. Okay? And the four great questions of life: who am I? Where did I come from? Why am I here? And where am I going? This is what it all boils down to, right here. And everybody ought to consider this, because you are going to be dead for a real long time. And you're going to be somewhere. If you're just dust, then go back to dust. You know, if you believe Stephen Gould or whatever it was said we're just nothing but stardust, okay, if you don't believe that, fine. But if we are indeed made in the image of God, then we're going to stand before God someday and be judged according to His book. And I think this is the ultimate question of life. You're going to be dead a lot longer than you're going to be alive, no matter how long you live. And I'm certainly in the safest position here, because if this is not true, I haven't lost a thing. I've had a wonderful life. I'm doing great. You know, I've enjoyed life, and I'm going to die and go back to worm food. But if this is true, I'm going to heaven because I've been forgiven of my sin. And if you have not accepted Christ, then you're going to hell, according to this book. And if you don't like it, well, you can try to justify it or rationalize it away, but this is the anvil that's worn out many hammers. I suggest you quit beating your head on it and just believe it and read it and accept it. And we've got to be out of this building in a few minutes. Thank you so much.
Unfortunately, we do have to turn the building over quickly. I could give you maybe 2 minutes each of closing if you'd like. Is that too short? Not worth it? Would you like 2 minutes to close?
Don't need it. I'm fine. But
Okay. Well, the debate has been videotaped, and we're going to make it available at cost to us. If you get your pen out, I'll tell you how you can find out about it. It'll be only $6. That includes mailing it to you and the copying, so no profit.